Hi everyone, I'm Farmer Jolly and welcome back to our Let's Play series on Oakbridge Farm. Now, it's been a while since we've been on Oakbridge, but I've had a look at what we were doing in the end of the last episode, and I believe I was trying to fertilise and lime this field, but I think we are too late. We're in growth stage 4 of 8, and we can't put any down. I've done a tiny little bit. I did this, if I zoom in, this pass here, I just went straight up, and with the fertilizer, and you can see nothing has happened, which says to me that we cannot fertilize, which is not good. But we do still have some things that we need to get done in this episode. So you can see we've got the JCB here on a worker. They are currently windrowing the hay field. We finally finished telling the entire field. They are windrowing it so that we can then come along and bale it, which we will get done in this episode. But we've got some products that we need to sell. So we've got the goat's milk, which it's not a bad price, so we're going to get rid of that. And the wool is an okay price. But we've also got the grass bales that we can't use, so we are going to sell all of those and then see what we can do. Obviously, there is some other pieces of equipment that I would quite like to try and get, but I don't think we're going to have the funds in this episode. So let's jump over into this, because if we come out and put the straps on, we've got all the wool in the trailer and all of the goat's milk. I said all of the one pallet of goat's milk in the bed of the pickup truck. I was hoping I'd be able to get around, but we're just going to crash instead. Right. And that was too much. Right, let's try and go a little bit slower in reverse and try and squeeze out through this gap here. We do have this one grass bale down here as well that we're going to need to sell, and we do need to give the sheep some hay so they've got some food. So all of these have to be sold at the sell anywhere point that we put down in the last episode, which, if I remember correctly, is over at the biogas plant, but I'm not sure how to get there. I think I've got nearly crashed there. I've got a rough idea. I think I've got to go this way. I'm not sure how much we're going to get, but I say that I think it's going to be about 17-ish thousand. Oh, crashed into a hedge. Now, I think we're going to go straight, because it's quite a twisty road if we turn left. And I believe, if I remember right, when we were harvesting, I think it was field 17, it was actually faster to go this way with the full trailer than it was to go from field 17 over, I believe. Or I could be completely wrong. We could have been selling field 17 at this place here, in which case it wouldn't have been faster. And we've rolled the truck. That didn't go very well. I really should have taken that slower. Right, the question is, can we get ourselves out of it? Right, let's get the truck back on all four wheels. Right, there we go. That was annoying. Note to self, as always, go slower when driving round a corner. But at least nothing spilled. That would be a good feature in the game if we do what I just did and roll it, that everything comes flying out. So let's get these products sold. Right then, I can see our sell anywhere point just up here. I don't know if we're going to have to unload the trailer or whether it will just start selling. The goat's milk will, however, I don't know how this is going to work, so let's set the is there a we're just gonna have to unload. Oh, there we go, perfect. I thought we were gonna get more than that. We only got 6. I thought we were going to get 12,000. Oh, there's still 3 or nearly 4 pallets of wool. Okay. We might have some more wool to sell then. So I'm going to race back and see. And we'll sell those pallets as well. And we'll get the grass bales all loaded up. So I'll see you in a second. Right, so we've got the first lot of grass bales all stacked nice and neatly. I really shouldn't change the camera positioning while I'm going along at speed by the looks of it. That could have gone horribly wrong, as it did when we were in the pickup truck. So yeah, we're on our way to the bale sell point, which is relatively close to where we are selling the wool. Now that's all loaded up and at the sell point ready so that we can sell that. Now, aside from baling up the hay fields and feeding possibly the cows if needed and the sheep, I did want to look at putting a new entrance in to the big farm, just so that when we come out of the second farm, the little farm, it's a bit easier to get in, especially with big equipment or the lorry. So we'll have a look at that once we've got everything sold. So as we're nearly there, we'll get this lot sold, and then what I'll do is I will run back and grab the hopefully last load of bales and see you back at the store to sell them. But let's just get this lot sold first. Now I'm hoping we can just pull over this and take the straps off. Yeah, there we go. So that's just over 6,000. Well, it's actually nearly 6,300 pounds. So I'm going to race back and grab, like I say, hopefully the last lot of bales, and I'll see you once we're back at that sell point to sell those, and then we'll jump over to the pickup truck and sell the wool. So I'll see you in a second. Right, we've just got back to the store. We've got all of the grass bales on. As you can see from the top row, we did have to stack some ourselves, which wasn't very neat, but they're all on, and this is hopefully going to give us a good amount of money. We'll find out. Nearly £9,000, that's amazing. So let's jump into this and unloading area blocked. Right, so we're facing the wrong way. So let's spin this round as we did last time. And is this going to work? Yeah, there we go. So we've got over £46,000. That's amazing. So we're going to jump over to the JCB. Let's have a quick look. How's this getting on? Okay, so it's doing really good. So we can definitely make a start baling. What we'll do though is we're going to there. No, not that. This one. We're gonna go here. Let's jump out of that and run over. So what my plan is to remove the hedge up here when we get there. Just because it, at the moment, especially with the lorry, if we need to get onto that yard, we've got some really tight corners. So the plan is to remove a section of this hedge and put some fencing in, and then make a path all the way up to join this path here. So that's the plan. I think we can do it. So let's have a look. So let's jump into the construction menu. And is it demolition mode? Yes. There. So we can remove that. And I think we'll remove these two as well. So now we can find... It's not going to be under that. Is it going to be under fences? Here we go. So we should have a... Yeah, it should be under here. We should have some gates. That's... I thought we'd have had gates. They're lights. Others. Oh, they're little tool sheds. Unless... No, where are these gates? So that's... here we go. Gates. So we need it... I want it opening it that way. So actually, let's try and get ourselves... Okay, so that one could work. That's not bad. Let's just try and find... We don't have... We can't use that. There's no... Oh, is there? Oh, there is a gate. Okay, that's perfect. What's the next one? That's what we'll go for. So let's now click about there. Maybe a little bit further over. Not a bit too much. And then try... Actually, I think we'll go about there. Yeah, there we go. That's that gate now installed. So in theory, we can now go back to... There's 4. That's the wooden gate. There we go. So we want that. So it should be able to grab this hedge. And how do I do this? Okay. That looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And then the other one is this here. which, again, that looks perfect. Right, and then we need to paint. Now, I'm not sure which texture this is. What's this? Concrete. I don't think it's concrete. Rock. Gravel, possibly? We'll go for this gravel. That will work. So, let's make that a bit bigger. And being very careful because of our field. I think that's not bad. Let's have a look. Yeah, that looks really good. And let's just see. That is amazing. And we can test that by which track should we use? Let's use the John Deere. So let's drop this off. Start the engine. And come straight out, and we'll do a quickly spin round and drop the front mower off. I think I will grab the weight. Drop that there, and the weight is just here. And is it this fuel tank just back here that's got fuel in? I think it is. Yes. So fill the fuel tank, and we'll go and use our brand new gate to grab the baler, and we'll make a start with the hay bales because that is looking very good. We just need some bales in it now. And that actually didn't cost us too much money considering we've still got over £43,000. That's a lot easier. And then that was close. That was really close. I thought we were going to go straight into our field then, and crop destruction is on. That would not have been good. Right, if I remember correctly, we've got to be really straight to this because last time we weren't. It was a nightmare trying to get the baler out. Yeah, that's not going to work. Alright, let's try that. Bit better. And yeah, brilliant. What now? I thought we'd got that. I really don't understand. Anyway, we're out. We could even put a little track in here at some point as well. Now, one thing I do need to do is we've got quite a lot on the road, so let's 220. Yeah, we'll stick at 220. Ooh, let's unfold it. Now we can turn it on. We're just going to go straight down the road and grab these little bits. Oh, it would be very useful if we dropped the pickup down. Just to try and keep everything a little bit tidier. and obviously get as much hay as we can. Now I think that's everything on this part of the road. There is a bit on the track just down here, so we'll get that and then we'll make a start. It might take, yeah, we're gonna have to go backwards to get this bit. And then spin right round, and we can make a start baling the entire field. So I'm not sure how many bales we're going to get. Actually, let's have a look. We need to reset the bale count, which is that there. Perfect. So let's see how many hay bales we can make and how long it's going to take. I don't think it's going to take too long, but we are going to get quite a few bales. So let's get this field finished. Welcome back. So we are just finishing off the second headland before we start the up and down roads. Now, even though some bits of the fields are or don't have much hay in them in the swaths, we've made quite a few bales. I mean, we've done 10 bales already, and we've not even finished the up and down rows, and I think that's going to be brilliant for us, because we've got loads of silage for the cows, we've got some hay bales already, and we're going to have even more with these. We then just need to get the straw bales, which if we really need to, we could look at buying, but I'd rather we make our own, as we are going to be with the wheat field. I think it was wheat anyway. We just need it to be at the stage where we can harvest it. So I'm going to carry on and bale up most of this field, and we'll finish it off in the next episode. But we're going to end this episode there for now. So as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have enjoyed the episode, if you could hit that like button, it would mean a lot to me. And likewise, if you've not subscribed to the channel, it would mean a great deal if you could subscribe. And hopefully we'll see you back here for the next episode. Thanks again for watching, and bye for now.